Hey, what's up, people? Pizzal here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the newly released Blade Runner 2049. And now I am very reluctant to get into any kind of plot synopsis for this movie out of fear of giving too much away, because one of the things I loved about Blade Runner 2049's absolutely spectacular trailers was the fact that they didn't give anything away. They gave you the very bare bones of what you needed to know about this movie before you walked into it. However, what was on display in those trailers in abundance was the sumptuous feast for the eyes that Blade Runner 2049 is. What I will tell you about the movie is that Ryan Gosling plays a Blade Runner. He is out looking for some of the old school skin jobs, the replicants that were around during the first movie. Some of them are still out there. They've kind of went rogue, and it's his job to go track them down and retire them. Now, while he is on the job retiring these old school skin jobs, he runs into a mystery that he needs the assistance of Deckard, played by Harrison Ford, to unravel. Now, I have a very interesting kind of history with the original Blade Runner. I like the movie a lot. I think it was absolutely groundbreaking for the time. And still to this day, there's visuals in that movie that are just absolutely breathtaking. I'll watch the movie now and still I'm just sort of taken aback at how visually stunning Blade Runner is. But it's not one of my favorite movies. However, you would probably think it was based on just how many different editions of the movie I own in my collection. The theatrical version, the director's cut, the definitive cut, and in DVD and on Blu-ray. I even stumbled upon the HD DVD, like 4 or 5 disc definitive cut of Blade Runner at a used bookstore for $1. Now, this is a dead format, but because it was Blade Runner, I felt compelled to buy it. There's something about that movie, the visuals of that film, combined with this kind of very kind of cold storytelling that just, I don't know, it draws me in. There's something about that juxtaposition of, you know, very sumptuous, just beautiful visuals and sort of a simple kind of cold, you know, detective story that, I don't know, I just find intriguing. And both of those aspects are very much present and accounted for in Blade Runner 2049. This film is a feast for the eyes. This is one of the most beautiful films I think I've ever seen. From a filmmaking point of view, from a technical point of view, this thing is like, it's art. There were sequences in this film where the visuals just kind of took my breath away. The movie is directed by Denis Villeneuve. I apologize if I butcher that last name, but this is a filmmaker that you guys definitely need to keep tabs on. His 3 previous films were Sicario, Arrival, and Prisoners. All of them I loved. Those 3 films, along with Blade Runner 2049, more than cement him as one of the most talented filmmakers working today. Again, I could not say enough about the visuals in Blade Runner 2049. I will say that it is a work of art from the filmmaking point of view and leave it at that. The performances all around are really good, primarily from Ryan Gosling, who carries the movie and does an absolutely fantastic job. It was great to see Harrison Ford back as Deckard. He delivers a great performance as well. And while I mentioned that Blade Runner 2049 has the same kind of cold detective story that the original Blade Runner has, there were some great moments of emotion in the film. There's a relationship between a character in the film who is a replicant and another character in the film who is a projection, not even a corporeal character. And I really felt vested in that relationship and could feel the, for lack of a better term, the love between those two characters, despite the fact that one is a replicant and the other is a projection. My only real problem with the movie lies with the Jared Leto character, who is supposed to be the villain of the piece. However, I didn't think they gave him enough material to really establish that character as the villain. As a matter of fact, I can't quite put my finger on what his villainous plans were. Was he just trying to create a bunch of replicants to take over the world? Was he trying to create the perfect replicant? Did they just put him as the villain because the movie needed a villain? And I just didn't find that character to be very interesting, frankly. His shtick of, I'm the hipster Dr. Frankenstein with a god complex, I've seen that before a lot and done much better. Still, overall, I had a great time watching Blade Runner 2049. I dug the story, I dug the characters, I dug the relationships. From a visual point of view, this movie is absolutely stunning. This movie is a work of art from a filmmaking point of view. Definitely go out and check out Blade Runner 2049. I really enjoyed it, and the more that I think about it, the more I want to go back and watch it again. If you've seen Blade Runner 2049, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.